Hey, welcome World Entertainment, and this is going to be the review. I'll try and keep it as non-spoiler as possible for the first 4 episodes of season 2 of Wednesday on Netflix. And the reason we're doing 4 episodes in this review is because that's all they've released. The next 4 don't come out until the 3rd of September. So they've done this split release. And in case you didn't know, Wednesday has already been renewed for season 3. That happened before this one actually came out. So what's it like compared to the first season? In my opinion, it's better than the first season. I really enjoyed the first season. I did review the first season. I suppose I'll throw in the link in the description for that if you're interested. I've done it so long ago as well. And I didn't do it episode by episode. I did it like I'm pretty much doing this, a full breakdown of the first season. But Jenna Ortega is fantastic as Wednesday Addams. I don't care what other people want to try and say. I think she is fantastic as Wednesday Addams. She just nails that character. My issue in the first season was the portrayal of the rest of the family, particularly Morticia, played by Catherine Zeta-Jones. She seems to be much more relaxed this time around. She's actually decent in the role this time around. First season, I thought she's very miscast. She just doesn't seem to have a grasp on who this character is. Not the case this season. It's almost like she went back, sat down, watched the originals, probably even the original TV show, maybe even the animated series, and got a real grasp of who that character is, because she is much better this time around. Luis Guzman also seems to be a lot more relaxed. Now, when he started off in the first season, he wasn't great. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't great. But then bits of him near the end start kind of getting more like a Gomez you recognize. This season, he's out and out Gomez. He really is. So he's kind of nailing it as well. And that is the thing this time around, is the family are a lot more in this as well. Pugsley has started going to Nevermore School, so he's there, so we're getting a story with him. The guy who's playing him, the young guy who's playing him, he does fine. He's not portrayed in that weird kind of silly way that he was in the original films and stuff like that, which is fine because, you know, it is a different take on it. But he still makes mistakes and stuff. He's just not as idiotic, I suppose is the way to kind of describe him, as the original versions that we've known. But we get a lot of him, and Morticia and Gomez have moved on to the campus of Nevermore because Morticia is being given the position of being the head of a fundraiser campaign for the school and stuff. The guy who plays Lurch, now apparently he's recast this season. It was the guy, they said it was the guy who played Chewbacca in Solo, for the walking around parts of Chewbacca in the trilogy, that played Lurch in the first season. It's a different guy this time. They should have tried to get someone with more of a creepy facial feature, because the guy, he's not bad. Like, obviously he has to do really nothing but stand there and go, "Ugh." But every now and again they do this close-up of his face, and his face is too round. But like, overall he's fine, because again, he does nothing except stand there and go, "Boo." But you know, I think they could have just gotten someone a bit more ghoulish, for the lack of a better word. And when I was thinking about it, all I could think about was the guy from Hacksaw Ridge, if you've ever seen that movie. Now, obviously, they want a guy who's above 6'7", and this guy is. I don't know what height the guy in Hacksaw Ridge was, but the guy I'm talking about, that is the guy that they start calling Ghoul because of his facial looks. Like, my God, son, how long have you been dead? I love that movie. Great movie. But you know, if they could have got someone like him and just digitally made him taller, that could have worked. So this season is basically about the fact that Wednesday is trying to navigate school life now, returning to school after the summer break, with the family being there, having to keep an eye on Pugsley. Don't worry, that doesn't take away from anything in this show, because she really doesn't kind of have anything really to do with Pugsley. Her psychic powers are getting stronger, but there's side effects to that. And there's a new threat showing up. And Steve Buscemi, by the way, he's the new principal of the school, which we're starting to find something out with him. And Wednesday finds out something about Edie. That's going to happen, her best friend. And she's kind of going out of her way in this new investigation to stop something happening. And there's murders happening, but they're happening from crows. And these crows are being led by this main crow that's got one eye. And the reason it has one eye is because one side of its face and half its body is like torn away, it's missing. And this crow keeps following Wednesday, and she knows that it's following her, and she has to figure out who's controlling these crows. And the mystery goes on from there, and I can't really talk about the mystery at all, or why she's so desperate to kind of solve it without spoiling it. I don't want to spoil it. The cast this time around as well, Billie Piper is in here as a new character. She's playing a music teacher. As I said, Steve Buscemi's in here now as he's the new principal. Joanna Lumley has shown up as Grandma Adams. A very, very different take on Grandma. Everyone else from the family is back again, like it's the same cast and stuff like that. I'm not sure what the name of the guy is that plays Fester, but he's back as well. Not as much as him as the others. And Joanna Lumley has only come in the last episode, basically, so far anyway, of the first four. Who else is in here? Christina Ricci comes back in it as well. She was in the first one. And then we meet a new teacher who's a head in a jar of water on this little kind of robot leg thing. Well, it's got wheels and it rolls around. The head can go up and down. And that's played by none other than Uncle Fester himself, Christopher Lloyd. And as soon as you see me, like, oh, no way, Christopher Lloyd's in this, cool. So they brought back the original Uncle Fester as well, so that's a nice little touch. And I thought it was going to be a one-off moment with him, and it's not. He comes up again. A lot of the classmates and stuff like that, they're back as well, played by the same people. So that's really all I can think of the main kind of people who are... Tandy Newton is in it as well. She's a doctor in a mental home for the what did they call them again? I can't even remember what the hell they called them now. They're like the people from Nevermore and stuff. Thing is great as well, again, and Edie makes him a little house, and it's funny. Right? The first time you see him in it, there's something that when she opens the door, it's funny. Overall, great performances again, and again this time around, a lot better performance from Catherine Zeta-Jones and even Louis Guzman. So they're pretty much on point this time. Catherine Zeta-Jones, it's amazing to see her performance from the first season to this season. It's like two completely different characters. She seems so much more in ease. But again, it's Jenna Ortega who absolutely commands this show, and she is fantastic in this role. I also see Sideshow is bringing out a 1 in 6 Jenna Ortega Wednesday figure. We'll be getting that. And the other thing to know about this season as well is the entire season. Oh yeah, Haley Joel Osment is in it. He's in the first episode. They actually released that clip, the full clip of that, a good while ago now. So you can find that on YouTube if it's still up. He's in it. But they moved the entire production this time from Romania, where the first season was filmed, to Ireland. The entire season was filmed here. There's nothing that was filmed outside of Ireland. So Nevermore Castle this time around, our school, is actually a castle down in a place called County Offaly. It's the castle down there, which for some reason I'm completely forgetting the name of that castle. If it comes to me, I'll say it. Other parts of it, like the place that plays the hospital, is actually a hospital that they used, which I think is in Kildare, somewhere like that. It's all around in places in Dublin, like Trinity College and places like that they use. So it's very much still has the look of the first season, but almost a little more gothic, oddly enough, which is one of the reasons they came here as well. So it works great. I've enjoyed it. I have seen one review that kind of says, oh, it's crapping all over the originals and stuff like that and the original stories. Look, it's not going to be for everybody, of course, but I don't agree with that. You know, I think it has to be its own thing, and it is. And the reason, by the way, that review kind of is crapping all over it is because they think it's diverted too much away from the Addams Family stories. And my pushback against that is, but it's not really. Yes, they're in there, but the show is Wednesday. It's about her. It's her show. It's not Addams Family Wednesday. It's not Wednesday, the Addams Family. It's just called Wednesday. It's about her, and the stories focus on her. So I wouldn't be complaining about this show saying, oh, it's destroying the Addams Family because they're not together. So when it's not about the full family. Yes, they all play a big part in it, but it's her show and it's about her. So, again, it's not going to be for everybody, but I've enjoyed the first 4 episodes so far. I look forward to the next 4, which I'll review again like this. And I enjoyed the first season, so yeah, so far, I'm enjoying it. And if you've seen it, let me know what you think of it so far. Even if you don't like it, tell us why you don't like it. Do you agree with the whole thing of it's destroying the Addams Family and whatnot? Because I can see some bits on why people would complain, but by no means is this thing like woke or anything like that. It doesn't have any of that type of crap in there. People point out, oh, but it's all this and that. Yeah, but it's Wednesday. So, you know. Either way, do let us know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers, and I shall catch you in the next one.